to live with me.
Oh, leaning up again. Brace yourself, running dog. Clumsy oaf. I'm a patient man, running dog. But when I'm aroused, I'm a veritable grizzly bear. You know what this means? It means they're trying to rent this old house again.
Long hair, drink firewater?
Not now, man. Stop that confounded saluting.
Army books say when officer give order, scout, salute.
Never mind the manual. I run this regiment my way.
Yes, sir, Colonel, sir.
Oh, cut that out.
Yeah, Colonel.
That thunderhead.
All right, Colonel.
Blasted old fool. There, that's better.
That heap big magic.
All right, let's get back in place. Now remember your pose. No. Who goes there? Lieutenant Colonel George Armstrong Custer. Who goes there?
How? Me, running dog.
Who goes there?
I'm Helen Woodley.
And I'm Tom Woodley.
He's my brother Larry. She's my sister Liz.
Oh, there you are. Cogmeyer! Now, look at this dump. You expect me to show it looking like this?
I only been on the job 20 minutes.
Look, no excuses. Just start with the kitchen. The woman will want to see that first. Oh, Cogmeyer. That long-haired nut show up yet?
Which long-haired nut?
You know, that screwball. Goes around dressed up like a cowboy, needs a haircut. Calls himself Colonel something.
Oh, him. No, not so far.
He will. Never fails. Every time I get a live prospect, that two-bit character actor comes nosing around shooting off his mouth about ghosts. Ghosts, yet that's all I need. Look, if that cowboy shows up again, just throw him out. He's not intimidating me. Well, just don't stand there. Start with the kitchen. $1.50 an hour. Yes, sir. 2 baths upstairs and a powder room down. All brass plumbing. Ah, sir, they don't build them like this anymore.
Building code's too strict, huh?
Sound is $1. Sounder. And she's loaded with antiques. The original owner was a famous collector of the early West. That's him. Benjamin Custer. Supposed to be related to Colonel George Armstrong Custer.
Who?
You know Helen, Little Bighorn.
Sitting Bull? Custer's last stand? Yes, ma'am, that's good old American history, and this place is loaded with it. Just look at that furniture. Hand-carved solid oak. You don't find pieces like this anymore. Everything stays.
Naturally, who can move it?
Well, at $400 a month, you're stealing.
$400 a month, that's stealing.
Now, look, a little dusting off and you move right in. It even has a fenced-in yard. Great for the little ones. Come on, kids.
Why don't you go play outside, huh?
Come on, they want to get rid of us.
Be right back. Come on, kids.
Can't you just feel history all around you?
I certainly can. You better get in the termite inspector.
You mean you'd rather live in one of those jerry-built cracker boxes in that tract, the slums of tomorrow?
In a word, yes.
You be sure and tell your mommy and daddy how much you like this place.
No tree.
Well, there's a tree.
Too little.
It'll grow.
Where's your imagination, Helen? Why, little paint wallpaper will do wonders for it.
So would a lighted match. Well, let's see what else there is to see in the kitchen.
She don't seem very enthusiastic, does she? Women. You give them a little gingerbread and they'll take junk over quality 10 to 1.
Yeah. Anyhow, you're asking too much. Our limit's $250.
$250? Oh, you've got to be kidding. Now, look, the owners ain't anxious. $400 it is, and $400 she stays. She's a steal at twice the price.
No dishwasher, huh?
Nope. Also, there ain't no ghost neither.
Ghost?
Yep. I mean, there ain't no ghost.
Should there be?
That's a lot of fiddle-faddle this nutty actor has spread around. He lives around here somewhere.
The ghost?
No, the Colonel. That's what he calls himself. Colonel. He tells everyone that he lives in the old section, you know, it's over there. But he's always hanging around here. Sort of like he owns the place. He says that he knew the original owner. Now, how could he have? Well, he'd have to be 150 years old.
Just what we need. Ghosts and nutty actors.
Well, he ain't really. He's more like what you call,
Eccentric?
Could be. I ain't never seen him at our church. He's kind of strange. He hates kids. They make him nervous.
Me too.
He tells folks that there's ghosts here, you know, haunted, and that Mr. Pettit, that real estate man, he can't give the place away, let alone rent it.
Thank you for telling me.
Yeah, telling you what? Oh, well, you'd have found out for yourself that there ain't no dishwasher.
That's right.
Woodley, I don't bargain, I don't haggle. I'm not one of those high-pressure salesmen. Why, the whole idea is repugnant to me. $375.
200.
But, dear, I already offered $300.
Did he accept it?
I did not. $375 is rock bottom, and that's dirt cheap for a house that has everything.
Including a ghost.
Ghost? What ghost?
The ghost that goes with the place, that's what ghost. And that nutty Colonel, the neighbor, the one who hates kids.
He ain't nutty. He's an actor. Now, look, Mrs. Woodley, I don't bargain, I don't haggle. $350.
$175, take it or leave it.
But you just said $200. Didn't she just say $200?
$150, and my next offer will be $120.
It's yours. That's the exact figure I had in mind. To the dollar. May I add, it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
It was fun, wasn't it?
Now, if you just step this way, we'll sign the lease and get things rolling.
Well, running dog, that blasted rental agent sold us out again.
you are. And so quiet. Mommy's proud of you. So this is the library.
Yes, indeedy.
Oh, this has got to go.
No, don't. You can't throw that out. Now, you can move the furniture around, but that's all.
You mean we have to live with this junk?
Condition of the lease. The estate says it stays just where it is. That's part of the original Custer will. Benjamin Custer, that is. Someday this place will be a museum.
Oh, come on, Helen. It's beautiful.
Well, are you sure it's what you want?
It's what I've always wanted.
The children seem to like it.
They love it, and you will, too.
I'll try.
Now, look, if you don't want to...
Darling, if you like it, I'll like it.
Now, don't just say it if you don't mean it.
But I do mean it.
Really?
Really.
That's my girl. Let's go, kids.
Come on.
Confounded cheek. Blazes are you two doing here?
We're looking for you.
Don't scream. You're not to make a sound, understand?
We've seen you go in there. You live in that picture, mister?
Yes, I do. But you're not to get hysterical. I can explain.
See, you do live in there.
No. I know you're terribly frightened, and I don't. You're not? Nonsense, of course you are. You're terrified.
Why?
Because everyone's frightened of me.
Why?
They just are. Now, stop asking silly questions.
He's my little brother Larry. He's nearly almost 5. I'm Elizabeth. I'm 6. Boy, do you need a haircut. What's your name, mister?
I'm Lieutenant Colonel George Armstrong Custer. I command this post, and I will not tolerate any disorderly conduct.
I got a gold star from nursery school. See, I'll trade you for that.
My Lincoln citation? For that? To Lieutenant Colonel George A. Custer for distinguished service, A. Lincoln, A.D. 1863. I was wounded twice.
A gold star's hard to get. That's a tough nursery school. I know. I go.
What have I done to deserve this?
You're funny. I like you.
I'm glad.
You like anybody.
Now, see here, sir. I am not just anybody. I'm a colonel. I command all these soldiers over here in this picture. They must do as I say.
Gee, that's some tree you got there. If you give us a tree, Larry'll like you, too.
Tree? What do you want with a tree?
Or a swing. There's no tree big enough here.
How about that one? That's a nice one.
I'd rather have this one.
All right. Have it you shall. But you are not to tell anyone about me and that picture. Otherwise... Oh. Well, you won't tell, will you? Good. Watch this. Running dog, my clumsy Batman. How?
How?
How, indeed. Can't you learn how to report for duty properly? These children want one of our trees.
Can do, Colonel, sir.
He a really for real live Indian?
Well, you're half right. Now, this big sycamore over here, you're to transplant it in place of that scrubby little stick out there. I'd say a squad of soldiers, 4 team of work horses should do it.
No got horses. Sitting Bull warriors steal all horses.
A stallion, too?
And do saddle.
Blasted. Thieving redskins, do something. Use your head. Don't do that. Don't ever use your head. That's an order.
Running dog use buffalo. Many buffalo post strong as horses.
Capital, capital. Good thinking.
Real live buffaloes?
These buffalo.
You like him now? I'll wait till we get the tree.
Children, come on, we're leaving.
That big tree out there before we move in.
You heard me give the order, sir. Word of an officer, a West Pointer.
Well, even if you can't do it, I guess I like anyway.
Venison stew in casserole, corn pudding Cherokee, sourdough biscuits. Mess sergeant's outdone himself. My compliments to him. I hope that new family appreciates this gesture. They'll be arriving soon. Much depends on this first meeting, Running Dog.
Yes, sir, Colonel. Little ones be much happy with three.
It's the parents I'm concerned about.
Seem nice young people, Colonel. For pale-face.
I hope so. They'll be our 5th set of tenants in the last 3 years. I'm getting tired of being thrown into that closet. Too bad we're not the Mona Lisa. Must say, you and the men did a capital job with that tree.
Man all cheer, Colonel, for extra rum ration.
They deserve it. Swordman. And the buffalo, they got extra hay and tender shoots, did they?
Buffalo.
What's wrong? No, don't tell me.
Running Dog, big stupid. Forget all about buffalo when men go back in picture.
One tree. One blasted tree is all I ask you to move, and you managed to misplace 8 buffalo. I suppose you think now all I have to do is get them back and just snap my fingers. Like that, and I blast it. I gotta watch that. I can't. I'm not a magician. Those buffalo have to be within sight and sound of me, or it doesn't work.
Stupid Running Dog. Find buffalo or lift own scalp.
You stay here, serve the dinner. I'll stay and greet the family properly, then find those buffalo myself. Misplaying a whole herd of buffalo.
Hey, what's up, officer?
Nothing, mister. Just stay in your car and don't feed the buffaloes.
What did he say?
He said don't feed the buffalo. Buffalo?
Aren't you supposed to carry me over the threshold?
I did that once, and look what I'm carrying now.
Tom. Oh, how welcome, homie. That's sweet, Mr. Cogmeyer.
Hey, look. What is it?
Oh, it's a banquet. But Mr. Cogmeyer never did all this.
Hey, some ghost we've got. Caviar.
And champagne. Amato Extra Dry, 1871. Colonel Custer, ma'am, sir, at your service. My Batman, Running Dog.
How?
Yes.
I took the liberty, dear lady. I hope you don't mind, sir, a small neighborly gesture.
Colonel. Oh, you must be the neighbor Mr. Cogmeyer told us about, the actor.
You're in pictures, aren't you?
In a manner of speaking.
Well, I've heard of good neighbors, but I'm speechless.
Take the children to bed without waking them.
Yes, Colonel, sir.
You idiot. You see what you've done?
Oh, It's Georgie. Hello, Georgie. Hi, running dog.
Well, you've met the children.
Oh, yes, great friends. Hello, Larry.
Did he do it? Did he do it? Did he do it? He did it. Boy, is that a treat.
Where'd that come from?
It's a present from Georgie.
How come I never noticed it until now?
8 buffaloes brought it, Daddy. 8 big buffaloes.
Better pop her in bed now.
8 buffaloes brought
Sure,
it, Daddy.
baby, and 9 elephants. Big kiss and off to bed.
You too, Larry. Come on.
That child. Our fate's in her grimy little hands.
It's amazing what kids believe.
I never saw them so excited. And don't forget you promised to put their swing up first thing in the morning.
Ah, dear lady. Dinner's ready, if you are. Anytime, running dog.
Yes, Colonel, sir.
This is just wonderful of you, Colonel. It's so nice and neighborly.
Yes, we certainly appreciate it.
My pleasure, I assure you.
You know, Colonel, I just can't understand. Liz keeps insisting those buffaloes move the tree. It's fantastic.
Yes, indeed. Quite fantastic.
Excited, most likely by all that fuss with the buffaloes on the freeway.
Buffaloes on the freeway?
A whole herd of them, imagine.
Now, before I have to rush off, a quick toast.
You're leaving all this wonderful food.
Most pressing matter, dear lady. I assure you our wild horses couldn't drag me away. Running dog. Running dog, you will serve the dinner and tidy up afterwards. The lady is not to touch a single dish.
No, really, Colonel, I'm not all that helpless. You needn't bother, Mr. Dog.
Orders, dear lady.
Yes, Colonel.
Bless this house.
And everyone in it.
Amen.
Forgive me, dear lady.
What do you mean you couldn't get the zookeeper to keep him? You could have got an injunction and made him keep him. Or you could lose him somewhere, anywhere.
Lose 8 buffaloes?
Why not? Somebody else did, didn't they? You. Oh, you had to bring him right back here.
Sergeant, I understand you're holding several buffalo in custody.
So what? Go on about your business.
Ah, there they are. Poor beasties. How do I get out of here?
Stay away from that door. Want to get us all killed?
Now, see here, Sergeant, I thank you not to meddle in my affairs.
Throw that drunk in a tank.
Unhand me! Unhand me! That's an order!
Hey, somebody put a cuff on this guy. Let me handle this.
Now, look here, fella. Where'd he go? Look! This never happened, see? We don't know a thing about any buffaloes, understand? And the first guy that says that we do goes on report. I only had 2 beers, 2 small beers.
Georgie.
What the flaming blazes?
Georgie. Hello, Georgie. Did we wake you? What a funny nightgown.
Can a man get his sleep in this blasted house? Am I going to have trouble with you two after all?
She came to give her a gold star for the tree.
How did you get past Running Dog? He's supposed to be on guard.
Why?
Why? Suppose your parents saw this picture without me in it. That blasted pea-brain's supposed to warn me if anyone's coming. Well, what do you want?
Here's my gold star.
Oh, off to bed, both of you.
Can we come in there and visit with you sometime?
Perhaps if you behave, but there's a horde of savage red Indians just over the hill, see? Smoke signals.
Sitting Bull.
Where did you hear about that rude barbarian?
From Running Dog. Remember?
And blabbermouth. I suppose you'd like to meet some of my friends. Wild Bill Hickok, Annie Oakley.
Oh, yes, sir. Can we? Can we?
Maybe have Buffalo Bill take you on a bear hunt. Well, we'll see. Now, off to bed.
Good night. Buffalo Bill. Good night, sir. Good night. Good night.
Good night. Ooh. To Elizabeth Woodley for good afternoon napping. Signed, Miss Hesby. To Lieutenant Colonel George A. Custer for distinguished service. A. Lincoln, A.D. 1863.